It looks so good. Oh my god, it looks so good. Forgive me, I'm out of breath for just going upstairs. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we are doing a bookish video, and a very exciting bookish video because I just rearranged my entire room and we are building the ultimate book setup today, okay? Over the weekend I convinced my boyfriend to rearrange our entire room so that I had a little more space for like a book setup. The chair is his chair that he's letting me use. So it'll be a chair and then TBR cart and then two short bookcases over here. And looking in the viewfinder, the lighting is perfect in here. I am so excited. In our house, I don't really have a great place to film because I moved in to my boyfriend's house, so it's obviously all of his things. Boyfriend and his mom's house, so it's all his stuff, and I don't want him to move all of his stuff, and I don't have room for everything that I want. But he is obviously very loving and supportive, so he was able to rearrange our entire master bedroom, so I had a little reading nook corner, and I'm super excited because that means that I get good lighting, a good background, and a good place to put all my books and film all my videos. So I'm so excited. I'm going to be filming the next few days because it is January 6th of 2025, so I'm going to vlog all the new bookish things that I want to do to set myself up for the new year. This year I'm going to be doing a reading journal, and I've never done a reading journal before, so I'm super excited. I got two of them actually. One's going to be like a scrapbook based on my 5-star reads, so I'm going to do like a page layout for all of my 5-star reads of the year, or maybe like 4 and up. Books that I enjoyed. Maybe I'll do 4 and up. 4 stars and up. Because I don't see myself having like a ton of 5-star reads and I don't want to waste the book, but I could use it for next year's. Whatever, we'll figure it out. One reading journal that's like a scrapbook, collage, page of all my favorite reads, and then a different one that's just like a regular traditional reading journal, and we're gonna be like keeping up with those every month and doing like a bookish video every month to kind of keep up with the fun things. Also because it takes me forever to do a reading vlog, not only just reading all the books and then editing the vlog and then uploading it, so I want to be able to upload more often without having to binge books every week, because I also have a lot going on in my personal life. I have an internship, I have a job, I have school, I have all these books to read. It's just a lot. So we're gonna try to find other videos that I can make in the meantime while I'm doing the reading vlogs at the same time, if that makes sense. Sorry, I'm just out of breath because I'm super excited and I'm talking fast, and then the sun's about to set outside and you would have no idea based on the lighting coming into my camera right now. Monday through Thursday I'm gone when all of the sunlight is here, so I'm really excited that now I will have the opportunity to film even when it's later in the evening and I don't have like bright sunlight. I used to film in my basement, which is where like my space is, like my office, my bed, like all that other stuff. My boyfriend let me have like all of the basement area, but it's also like an unfinished basement and it's just not the right vibe. So I'm gonna move everything up here so it's more cozy and it'll just be more fun to film everything. So I think I'm gonna go to Target and just get 2 small bookcases that I can put right here. I'm not gonna get the huge ones yet. I really want the Billy bookcases from IKEA, but I just don't want to get them yet. Me and my boyfriend know that we want to move out of this place, so I feel like I can just wait out this year and then get bookcases and do whatever I want with them once we're more settled. This is kind of our temporary housing because I'm still in school. Then we're gonna kind of find our like solid home base. I'm gonna get 2 small ones, and then I'm gonna bring my TBR cart from the basement up here, and we're just gonna set up this little area. I'm so excited. So let's go to Target and let's get our bookcases and see if they have any good books in the book section. I've been trying to hunt down a copy of The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen with the sprayed edges, because they used to have them all the time, and I was like, oh, I'll just get that whenever because the book is on Kindle Unlimited. So I was like, okay, I'll just get the book once I finish it on Kindle Unlimited to know that I like it. But they're not making the deluxe edition with the sprayed edges anymore, so I'm trying to hunt down a copy of it before it's like never to be found again. So I'm gonna see if they have it, fingers crossed. I don't think they do because it's not in stock online. Ugh. So if you have a copy of the deluxe edition with the blue sprayed edges, please let me know. We're just gonna go to Target and build my dream book background for my videos. even that heavy. I'm not even that heavy. I am so happy with how bright it is in here. We just had a very, very successful Target haul. I got my bookcases. I feel like this is one of the rare times where I can find everything at Target, because not only do they have both bookcases in the color I wanted, but they also had the book I wanted. This is the book I was talking about, and it's got these super beautiful sprayed edges and this beautiful art on the inside and this cool cover. I love this edition, and I know it used to be printed like everywhere, but now I can't find it anymore, and this was the last one they had, so I'm very pleased that it's actually in good condition. Usually the last ones have ripped pages and are all messed up, but they had 2 copies, only one of them had sprayed edges, and I grabbed it as fast as I could, so I'm very glad that that was there, because it's gonna go on my new bookshelf. Also, a quick haul. I got this cute little candle because I'm making a new bookshelf, and it's Valentine's Day coming up, so I got a little candle. This is Strawberry Kiss, and it's a little circle, so I thought that'd be very cute on the bookshelf. And then I found this Don't Stress, Do Your Best journal that was $5. It's pretty thick, it's a pretty nice journal. That's for $5, and I just liked that you could track like your self-care and like your water intake. This is the page that I got this for. I like that you can track your mood, your goals, your habits, sleep, water, activity. I just need something to kind of hold me accountable, or something I can check in with. And then it goes to like your acts of self-care, what you're gonna celebrate, a goal, what you'll let go of, thoughts, reflections, activities, gratitude. It's just like a very nice, all-encompassing wellness journal. I thought this was gonna be like $15, and it was $5 for a nice hardcover, spiral-bound notepad that I hope I'm gonna use. I hope I'm gonna start journaling and using this now that I'm doing like the reading journal, but I don't have a very good track record with journals, so we'll see. But now I'm going to put on some YouTube, and I'm going to try to put these bookshelves together myself, but if I can't, then my lovely boyfriend has the next 2 days off where he can hopefully help me put them together. So I'm gonna maybe change into something lighter because I'm sweating from bringing these upstairs, but hopefully you'll see a time lapse of me putting them together, and then they'll be done and I can arrange them over here. Oh my god, they look so good! Oh my goodness. I am so happy they fit so perfectly. Oh my goodness, I love it. I have to say, this tool is the best thing ever created. It's not focusing, but it has a little grabber so you can put your nail in there, but then it also has a stopper so it stops you at the perfect place to put the nail. It's for the white backing on the back of it, so you have to hit the nail on the board that's like this thick, and this spacer is the perfect space where it not only holds your nail so you don't hit your finger, but it puts you in the perfect place to set the nail. This is the coolest piece of plastic I've ever seen. They look so good. Now I have to go grab my TBR carts. All of my books aren't gonna fit up here, but all my red books, my TBR cart, and as many books as will fit, because I'm so excited. My very trusted workers. I am so out of breath because I just carried my TBR cart, my completely full TBR cart, up 2 flights of stairs from the basement to our 2nd story. And it's ironic that when I sit down and I feel like I'm dying and I'm out of breath, that I see this sticker on my TBR cart. So this is my TBR cart. It's got all three layers. And then I see this sticker. And that is very ironic and very funny. But I need to sit down because that was very exhausting. Okay, the bookshelves are coming together. I'm still figuring out how I want to organize everything, but this side is for my red books, this side is for my TBR. But I also wanted to show my reading journals. These are the ones that I got. This brand from Amazon. I think the purple one's gonna be my reading journal, and then the black one will be the like collage one. So they're just like a dotted bullet journal, but they're nice because they have this little bookmark and they're all numbered. This one, I won't need the numbers because I think they'll be covered up with photos and stuff. This one will be fun on, I'm gonna do all of my pages once I figure out how to do everything like that. I'll also update later in this video when we get to this part, but I'm just excited to show you guys my reading journals because they're so soft. They're like a soft matte leather and I really like them. Look at this setup. I love my little like chair vibe. It's been a few days. My boyfriend got me a nugget ice machine and it's been a beautiful, beautiful gift. This is not an Aperol Spritz, it's actually a Shirley Temple. I tried the 7-Up Shirley Temple cans and they're okay. I'd rather make my own, but it's still pretty good. So I told you a few days ago that I wanted to do a reading journal and now it's like January 10th and I still haven't done it yet. So today I took the day to kind of plan what I wanted. I used a lot of pictures from Pinterest as inspiration and I even like mapped it out exactly what I was gonna do because this is my first time doing it and I didn't want to like mess it up. So I made like a little log thing. I just wanted to get kind of like a game plan about what I wanted to do and then that way like, once it's time to actually put it in the book, it's the best kind of layout that I can think of. So as I kind of explained earlier, this is going to be my like reading journal where I have all these spreads and reviews, and then I'm also gonna have a separate one that's for like collage pages of all my favorite reads of the year. So I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm gonna walk you through kind of like the ideas that I have and then I think I'm just gonna go for it and start like writing these in and just hoping that it comes out the way I'm envisioning. I saw a lot of great ideas on Pinterest, but I already know that I'm gonna find something next month and be like, oh, I should have put that in too. I already know I'm gonna be annoyed that I forgot something, but again, I could save it for next year's reading journal and I can take note about kind of the vibe I want for next year. So I'm gonna show you my iPad screen and then I'm gonna show you kind of the picture that I'm gonna try to recreate. So first I'm gonna have like an opening page where I'm basically just gonna put like Rachel's 2025 reading journal and then the genres I like, my reading goals. I also want to write down kind of like where my social media things are at because I want to start doing book content. So it'd be like fun to see where I'm at in January and then compare to where I'm at in December. So that'll be the opening page. And then next I want to open up to the top 25 books of 2025. So my reading goal is 50 books, but last year I tried to do like reading 24 books in 2024 and I was 2 books short. So I thought about doing 25 this year, so 25 books for 2025, but I really want to push myself and really read a lot more because the 22 books I read last year was also with 3 to 4 months of no books at all because I was in a reading slump. But this year I want to push myself more, try to avoid reading slumps. If I feel myself going into a reading slump, I think I'm just gonna like abort any type of reading plan that I had and just mood read and try to keep reading. So my goal is to kick it into gear and read 50 books, but I still wanted to do something with 25 books of 2025. So I want to do top reads that I definitely want to read next year. So the top 25 anticipated books of 2025, whether that be new releases or just books I've had in my TBR for a while that I really want to read, books that are at the top of my radar for books that I want to read this year. So those will go in there. We're gonna flip the page and it's gonna be my physical TBR shelf. I saw a spread on Pinterest that had all these books and I was like, yes, I want to track my physical TBR because I really want to get my physical TBR down. This entire cart is filled with a bunch of TBR books and I also have another bookshelf with TBR books. So I really want to focus on reading the books that I have and try to narrow that down because I also have books that I've wanted to read for the longest time that are like classic book talk books now that I really want to read and just haven't gotten to. So I want to really prioritize my physical TBR this year and I want to track and make sure and have a visual representation of how many books are checked off or colored in versus not. Then moving along, I want to do like a reading log and kind of just track page numbers basically. So I want to do like the title of the book, the page numbers, and then the star rating. I thought it'd just be interesting to kind of like tally up how many pages I've read. I also want to like highlight any long books that I read to kind of be like, okay, like you only read 5 books that month, but one of the books was like 800 pages. So I also just want to keep track of like how many pages I've been reading just because I thought that was fun. And I think just having one reading log that only tracks like all the books I've read is just like a nice area to have all of it in one space. All these other pages are going to be fun little games and challenges, but I want to have one page where these are all the books you've read and your rating. Then going to the next page, I want to do a daily reading kind of graph, not a graph, but like a little box check because I also want to prioritize reading daily if I can, even if it's like a few pages. Sometimes, most times, I find myself going to bed and I don't have enough time to read for like an hour, so I just scroll on my phone and do nothing. I want to prioritize, even if I have like 20 minutes before bed, to just get like a few pages in. You don't have to sit down and read for 2 hours. You can read for like 5 minutes and then call it a night. I don't know why in my brain, if I don't have much time before bed, I just can't read. So I just want to kind of get in the habit of picking up a book every day, and then that way like I'm still in the mood to read and I don't find myself just like putting a book down and never picking it up again. them. And then on the other part of this page, I also want to track the ways that I read, because in 2024 I had so many audiobooks. I think half of the books I read were either Kindle or audiobooks. So I found this like grid on Pinterest that not only tracks your Kindle, audio, and paperback, but it also tracks your hardcover books. I am a recently healed hardcover hater. I am now a hardcover enjoyer. So I want to track the different modes of reading. I already know I mostly read paperback, but I think it'll be interesting to see how many audiobooks I read versus how many Kindle books versus how many hardcovers. Like, I think that would be so interesting. Moving on, we're gonna have a spread that has the best books of every month, and then we're also gonna do book bingo. I've seen so many book bingo pages that just look so cute, so I'm excited to do that. And then obviously tracking the best book I read each month. That'll be really fun and interesting. I'm hoping that I don't have any months where I don't read anything, because last year, as I said, I had like 4 months in summer where I didn't read anything. So I'm hoping no book slumps this year, and I have at least one book to nominate for the best book of the month every month. All right, next I have a series tracker. At the moment that I'm filming this, I have yet to decide what template I want to do, because there's a lot of templates on Pinterest for series tracking that I really like. So I'm still thinking on that, but this page will be a series tracker because I think it's really fun to track the series that you're reading. I've started a few series that I have yet to finish, and there are a few series that I know I'm not going to finish, so it'll be interesting to see all the series that I'm in the middle of or that I want to start, and then track those that way. Next, we have a monthly reading tracker. I think I might move this page up a little bit in the order, but this is basically just tracking every month what rating I'm rating all these books. So it'll be like a stack of books under each month, and then I'll color code it to what the rating was of each month. I don't think I'm going to write in the titles of the books. I think it'll just be like a cute little color, and there'll be like a key at the bottom saying like that's a 4-star, that's a 5-star, something like that. And then I want to do a DNF graveyard because I saw that on Pinterest. I am kind of against DNFing, not for other people. I totally get why other people do it, but for myself, I just feel like I have to complete the mission, and I know that's just the like beginner reader in me, because I feel like a lot of people feel that way when they start reading. I feel like maybe in 2 or 3 years I'm just not going to care anymore and not going to want to waste my time. But right now I just want to track the soft DNFs that I have, because there's a few books I have on my shelf that I've stopped in the middle of for various reasons, but I do plan on finishing them one day. So it's not a hard DNF. I do want to finish them one day, but not right now. So this is where I'll track all the soft DNFs I have. If it's just not vibing, or it's not the right time to be reading it, right book, wrong timing kind of thing, or if I'm just in the middle of a series and I'm just like, I want to break from the series for a little bit, then I'm just gonna put that on like a soft DNF page. But I do love that they all have like little headstones and it's like a little graveyard, so I want to put that in there. Next up, we're gonna do a book of the year bracket. The favorite book of every month are gonna go into a bracket, and we're gonna determine the best book of the year. I've seen a lot of people do these, and I'm really excited. Again, hoping that there's no months where there's no books, so we'll see, but I'm excited about that. I want to also do a to Z reading challenge, basically just having a book with every letter. I know that's very challenging considering there's 26 letters of the alphabet, and my book goal is 50 books. We'll see how many I can do. I know I'm not going to finish this unless I just coincidentally have a bunch of books that have all different letters, so that'll be a little challenging, but I think it'll just be fun to track. And then I also want to do like a book awards. Saw a few photos of people doing like book awards, best book of the year, and then best characters, best cover, best whatever. I think that would be fun to just do like a book awards page. I also found a little clip that has the Eras reading challenge, so it's a book for every theme of Taylor Swift's music. So I remember for the Red album it was like a book about heartbreak, and then for 1989 it was like a book about friendship, kind of things like that. So reading your way through the eras, which I thought was really cute. So I do want to do that. And then last but not least, I also have reading through the rainbow, so I'm just gonna track the different colors of the covers. I just thought that'd be cute, aesthetic looking, and that's what I have for now. I'm only gonna set up these pages. I'm not gonna do my January spread yet, so I have a little time if I want to add anything else before I start like adding book reviews and stuff. I might leave a few pages too in between in case I think of anything else, but that is my 2025 reading journal plan. Now I'm just gonna put on some YouTube. I'm gonna sketch in my reading journal, plan the outline for what I'm gonna do, and then we're gonna start coloring and finally putting this bad boy together. Let's do it. Hi guys, it is the next day. I did so much work last night between 10 p.m. and midnight, so I didn't really film anything, but I wanted to just do like a halfway update. I think I'm about halfway. I just printed off a bunch of the books that I want to do. I just dropped it, but I just printed off all the books I want to cut out and like stick on my book. So I'm gonna do a brief like catch up for where we're at, and then I still have to do a few more pages, and then I'll show you like everything at the end. So just like a brief catch up. This is just the front of the book, and then you open it and it says my goals for the year, the genres that I currently read, my socials. I don't know if book talk is still gonna be around at the end of the year, but I just wanted to put that there. And then I don't know what I want to do with this one yet. I don't know if I want to put like a photo of myself, or if I want to do like socials before and after, or if I want to come up with something else to put in here. So this is to be determined. And then just 2025 Rachel's book journal, just a good opening page. And then it opens up to my top 25 books of 2025. I'm actually really proud of this page. This was kind of done on a whim. I didn't really have a structure of how I wanted to do this. So then I'm going to take all of these photos and I'm just going to spread them throughout here in like a flow of some kind. I'm really excited about this page. I am upset that I did 2 different 2s. That was an accident. I was writing it, and then as I was writing the 2 and my hand was doing the curve, I was like, no, don't do it, don't do it. But then it was over and I couldn't fix it. But I'm excited about this page. And then the next page, we have my physical TBR. I have so many freaking books on my physical TBR, and I wanted to lay them all out on a spread because one of my biggest goals for this year is to get through my physical TBR. So we have all of these books individually written. If you can see them all. I went through my TBR cart and my shelves. I still have to add a few self-help books to this page that are in the basement. I don't really plan on reading a lot of self-help books this year, but I do kind of just want to put them on here. And then I have an extra row if anything else comes up throughout the year. I would like to update my physical TBR as I buy books, just to know what I have. And then my beautiful reading log. I love this little page. It's so cute, just very minimal. This page, I really just wanted to keep track of what books I read, how many pages they are, and my rating. I didn't do too much on this page. I know some people do like the start date and the end date, but I already do that on Goodreads and Fable. So this one, I really just wanted to keep track of what books they are. The page number specifically, I want to keep track of how many pages I read. 10 books could be 10 100-page books or 10 800-page books. I think it'll just be fun to track, and then once this page is full, I want to like tally at the end, and then once this page is full at the end of the year, I want to tally at the end and like add up how many pages I've read, because I think that would be fun. And then just the star rating, just to keep track, because I feel like this is a good spot to track that as well. Then I think this is my favorite page. This is like my daily reading log. I just want to track kind of how many pages I read every day, because I do want to be better at reading every day, whether that's 1 or 2 pages right before bed or 100 pages. I just kind of want to track and get in the habit of picking up a book every day. And then I also want to track the format, because last year I listened to a lot of audiobooks because my commute is so long. So I think these 2 sections, the paperback and the audio, will be the biggest ones. But I think it's also fun to just keep track of like what kind of mediums you use, and it'll be fun to see like all the colors grow as I read. Then I have 2 blank pages because I haven't done those spreads yet, but going forward I also have a to Z reading challenge. This one did not come out how I envisioned. I really messed up this part, which bothers me, and I accidentally drew an extra box when I was doing this side, so then I had to make them both a box for the A to Z. I'm not entirely mad about the A to Z part, but I'm upset about like the spacing and the rating of the reading challenge part, and I wish I did the 2 in the dark purple instead of the black. It isn't exactly what I had envisioned, but I still like it enough, so I'm excited. That's the last one that I have so far. I think I have 4 or 5 more pages planned that I want to put at the beginning, and then I'll start like doing the format of my book reviews and my January spread. But I'm really excited. This has been the most fun thing I've done all month. Even though we're only 12 days into the month, I've had so much fun doing this, and I'm already so proud of what I've done and just feeling so creative and artistic, and I just keep looking at it. I just love looking at all my pages and seeing how cute they look. So I'm so glad I did this year, and I feel like I'm gonna do this every year from now on because it's just so fun to do. And there's the cutest little templates on Pinterest, so you really have like no reason not to. Now I'm going to cut out these. I'm gonna build my series tracker as well, and then my top 25 of the year, and then I'm gonna keep doing art for the other ones, and then I'll check in later. But I'm really excited. It's coming together for sure. Friends, she's done. I spent 2 whole days working on this freaking reading journal, so I better use this. I better update it frequently. Speaking of which, I have a few pages that I made daily update, which I kind of regret because I feel like I'm not going to be the best at updating them, so I have to update those while I'm in here. But I'm so excited to show you what this looks like. I spent so much time working on this. My back hurts, my hands hurt, my brain hurts, but I'm so in love with how it turned out. This is the best creation I've ever made. I am still so excited to use this every month, and I really want to start doing bookish videos where I can update this and show you it every single month, because I think that would be fun to show you every single spread and to show you how I'm updating each page, especially with the monthly updates. I think that'll be really fun. This is my 2025 reading journal. This is my 2025 reading journal. So we open it up, and this is just the first page that the publisher has. This is not a dotted page, so I just put like basic information on there. And then we open up to my 2025 goals. I still have to add whatever I want to this section. I might do a photo, I might do the updated socials at the end of the year, or I might do my rating system. I'm still determining, and I don't want to put something down and then regret it, so I'm gonna give myself some time to think about it. But first we have my goals for the year. Also, don't mind me, I cut myself this morning with an apple slicer. So then I also have my genres that I currently read. So these are my current ones. I wanted to write them down and try to explore new genres this year. Down there is just like 2025, Rachel's book journal. Then I have my socials. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna put it in the one next to it if I'm gonna do an updated socials, but I also just wanted to track where my social pages are at. Then the next page is one of my favorites. It is my top 25 books of 2025. So these are my most anticipated reads of the year, the ones that I really want to prioritize and get read this year. I also included Fearless. I think this is the only new release on this page. I think half of these books I already have, so that's a great start at both reading my most anticipated reads and also getting through my TBR. I hope to read every single one of these books, but we'll see how far I get. Next, I did my entire physical TBR. So when I say that I want to get my physical TBR read, I am being serious. I wrote down every single one of the books on my physical TBR. It took me a very long time, and the writing is terrible, but I also just wanted to see them all in one place, and I also think it's gonna look really cool when I go through them and then I get to color in the book that I read. I have a little like ranking system up here that's color coordinated. Next page, I have my reading log. I actually really like this page. It's a simple page, but I really like it. This is just tracking the book title, the pages, and the star rating. I really wanted to track the pages I've read. I just wanted to have a space to track my read, my page number, and my star rating. Next page is a favorite of mine. This is my daily reading tracker. This is gonna be a struggle to keep up with coloring in every single day. As you can see, I don't have today colored in, but I am really excited because a big goal of mine is to read every day this year, whether it's 1 page or 10 pages or 100 pages. I want to get in the habit of picking up a book every day and getting in the habit of reading just a little bit. Then I also wanted to track the format of all my reads. As I said last year, I read a lot of audiobooks, or I listened to a lot of audiobooks because my commute is about 45 minutes each way, and I got a lot of audiobooks read last year. So I also wanted to track the different types of books that I read, or at least they're different formats. So we'll see about those, but I'm excited to see how much I read of each category. Next page is my book of the month and my monthly reading tracker. So this page got a little messed up. If you can see, I have like some blue in the background that I messed up on, so I just colored it all in. But basically, I'm just gonna put a photo of the book cover for each month. I love how straight these lines are, and then the middle is just kind of like a mess. But I love this outline for tracking your months, and it just goes in a circle, and then it's a visual representation of all my favorite books of each month. And then on this side, I thought it was nice to put both monthly reading trackers next to each other. So this is just tracking how many books I read each month. So I'm just gonna color in each book for each book I read. So already for January, I've read 2 books, so I'll color in those books with this color. And it's just such a cute representation to show how many books you've read. That's not just checking off a box, but is actually like a cute little book stack. Then we have my DNF graveyard and my bingo. So I don't really DNF very many books. I don't think I've ever DNF'd a book because I like to give it a few tries before I actually DNF it. So this is my soft DNF graveyard. I have a few books right now that are on my shelves that I'm like halfway through and then just never finished because I ended up soft DNFing them. So I just want to track them there, and I saw this template a lot on Pinterest and I thought it was super cute. And then my book bingo, I also saw this little like addition, and I thought that was cute. I also gave my boyfriend all 9 of these markers, and I had him give them to me in a random order, and I thought it turned out pretty good. Then I have all my different spreads. I tried to doodle and make it as cute as possible. It's a little messy and a little hard to read, but I'm really excited. I have a lot of things on here. This was also my boyfriend's contribution. I told him to pick a random letter and he picked T, so we need to find a book that starts with T. And then a bunch of other ones, like a scary Halloween book published 10+ years ago, over 500 pages, Friends to Lovers, a reread, something that made me cry, on the physical TBR for over a year, an old book talk book, so from like 2020, 2021, that'd be fun, and just a bunch of other stuff. So I thought that was really fun, and I think it'll be really fun to color in as we go on. Next, we have the alphabet reading challenge. This one got a little messed up, as you can tell, bleeding through the pages a little bit, but I thought it still turned out pretty good. I'm really excited to track the alphabet challenge. I think it'll be really hard, especially since my reading goal is 50 books this year. We'll cross our fingers and hope that we can knock off as many as we can. And then I have my series tracker. So some of these are series that I've already started, and some are series that I want to start, and I already have the first book on my physical TBR. So I have a lot of series that I want to start and continue. I know I'm not gonna be able to do all of these this year, but hopefully I can still track the ones that I enjoy, and I also still have room for a few more if I start any more series this year. I also don't love the banner at the end, but it is what it is. And I also love any spreads where I can print out the actual book cover. I think it looks so cute and so nice. Then we have Reading the Rainbow. I'm really excited for this as well because I get to print out little book covers, but basically reading a book with each color on the cover. Pretty straightforward, but I'm really excited for this one as well. I think I might make a video out of this one. I think it looks really cute. I really like it, and I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. And then, almost the last page, I found this kind of idea on Pinterest, and I thought it was really cute, and it's the Eras reading tour. So for her debut album, they wrote a first book in the series, and then for Fearless, a modern day fairy tale. For Speak Now, it's a fantasy book. For Red, it's a book about a breakup. For 1989, it's a book about friends. And then it was hard to color in Torture Poets Department and Reputation because they are white and black. But if you can read that, I tried to color it in with colored pencil, but it says a book with a redemption arc. Then for Lover, it's romance book. For Folklore, it's a book about a love triangle. For Evermore, it's a book about moving on. For Midnights, it's a book you lost sleep over. And then for the Torture Poets Department, it's a book with great quotes. So that one's really exciting. I might also make a video about that. Then my book superlatives. I like how this one came out. Just a few books that at the end of the year we'll go through. We'll nominate the book awards at the end for the shortest book, the longest book, the most surprising book, the oldest book, which will be interesting. I don't have a lot of old books. Most of my books I feel like have been published within the last 5 to 10 years, so we'll see. Also the best series I read this year and my favorite cover of the year, so those will be really fun to look at. And last but not least, I have my book of the year bracket. I love how this turned out. This is the best drawing I've ever made, to be honest. I just looked at a Google image and tried to recreate it, and it turned out so much better than I thought. But this, I write down my favorite book of the month and I put it into a bracket, and then we'll determine the best book of the year, and they'll get to have their own little book photo in the corner here. I believe that is it. That is my book journal so far. I am very proud of it. I am very excited to keep filling these out. I've never done one before, so please let me know what you think. But I'm super excited to keep doing these and to keep filling these out every month. And I think I want to do like a bookish video every month that's dedicated to filling this out and going through all of the other book related things in my life. I'm so excited.